Moving on, great article from Search Engine Land. Google AI overviews cite self-serving listicles, but recommend competitors 69% of the time. So this is a really great article from Search Engine Land that essentially talks about there's a industry expert, Lily Ray, who basically conducted a study that found that Google cited brands' own listicles and AI overviews, yet excluded those brands from recommendations in most cases. So what that means is, so and again, this is something that we're seeing a lot of people do in our industry, quite frankly, and do for clients. I actually don't agree with this approach at all, personally. This is just my own nixtamulus, maybe not brick marketing. You both may agree with it. I don't agree with it. So, and which is coming up with a list comparing your company to all your competitors. So, and I've been challenged on this actually by some marketers. Actually, at the SMX conference, Catherine, that we were at, I had some marketers actually in that session where I spoke that were literally, I was going back and forth with on this one topic. And I said, well, the reason why I don't like listicles, if you will, first of all, it's biased, right? It's on your website. It's not an independent source. That's a non-biased entity, right? So right from the get-go, of course, I'm going to put brick marketing at the top. If I was doing a digital marketing agency list of top agencies in Massachusetts or Boston, right? Of course, I'm going to put us at the top if it's on our website. I'm not going to put one of our competitors on the top. But then, so that's one reason why I don't like it. And I feel it's too self-serving and it's not about customers. It's about touting your own horn, which I don't like. The second reason why I don't like listicles is the data becomes outdated very quickly and you have to keep updating them. And why would you want to give your potential customers a research list of all your top competitors on your site? Do you see? So these are reasons why I don't like it. But I think that I do like how in this study that Google, in their AI overviews, and I'm sure in Gemini as well, were able to differentiate and not quote the source as like, oh, it was on their site, so we're going to quote them the top. Right? I do kind of like that. So they're like seeing through that. But again, I wouldn't recommend this even to a client. I wouldn't recommend this. So I don't know. I mean, do you guys agree with this? Disagree?
I I agree
I
with
know
you.
I know they do great. They do great in AI search, but sometimes you need to make decisions that are higher level than just search, right?
Yeah, I agree with you. And there's other reasons that you didn't quite mention. First
Tell
of
me.
all, in the AI era, we are really devoted to helping clients understand that your brand has to be cohesive through all the platforms. What
Yep.
happens if somewhere in your content you introduce other brands? Well, okay, AI maybe is seeing through it, but maybe not. Maybe it's going to get all confused, start spitting out information that has nothing to do with you, and you're like, why does this AI platform think this about me? Oh, because I mentioned this other company
That's a
in a
really good point.
listicle that I'm publishing. And but that would be very hard to technically diagnose. I just wouldn't even touch mentioning brands anywhere
I
in your
agree.
own media, your any of your outside the internet, outside your own website things. Reddit, I wouldn't even make a Reddit post mentioning
No,
any brands.
I actually wouldn't even do that either. I mean, I actually saw because we get listed all the time on these lists. We really do. Just we have a good reputation. We work hard at it. We do a lot of marketing. We've been around for going on 22 years. Of course, we should be on these lists. But on the flip side, I see them like there were some lists on Reddit that I saw not too long ago, and we were listed, but it was a company in India that self-served. They put their phone number, jammed a promotional spammy text at the top, put their video at the top, and then put the list. And I'm like, I mean, kind of thanks for including us, but it's self-serving. What you're doing too, in that sense, is you're almost like there's a level of brand jacking going on too with this, because what you're doing is if someone searches for that other brand, like you said, Catherine, the AI platform gets confused, associates a different brand. Now your brand is getting muddled up with one of your competitors, and that's not clean at all. I mean, I would never. I just don't like it. So I don't know, John. What
Yeah,
do you
that
think on
that
this?
that confusion aspect is a
Oh,
massive problem, right?
yeah,
The other thing is it's just so obvious what you're doing,
I know.
right? Like when I see a list like that and the person is putting themselves at the top, it's like, why am I? I'm actually going to go to the people they recommend, right? I'm not going to go to them because they're self-advertising themselves.
Right,
I'm going to go
right.
see who they recommend after themselves, right? So I don't think that it really works. I don't think it works at
I
all.
know,
Maybe
I
maybe you
know.
might get yourself an AI search fraction of a percent of the time more often, but I think it does more damage overall.
I agree. And, there's real ways to get inconsistent in AI
Yeah,
search, and that is real marketing, consistent marketing at a lot of different channels, like we do for our clients, like we do for our own company. Where you're not depending on these spammy lists. I mean, I don't know. So anyway, everyone knows now. I think how I feel about it. So anyway,
yeah.
we'll move on.